Right now, breaking news. GM and Chrysler reveal their plans for Canada, what it means for thousands of jobs in the GTA. Credit alert.
What a scam. What an absolute scam.
The surprise charge that may be popping up on your credit card bill. Sundin, an exclusive interview.
It's going to be an emotional night.
What he's saying about playing tomorrow in Toronto.
I'm tracking snow headed to the GTA. I'll show you when and how much.
CBC News at 6 starts now. Right now, Ontario's auto industry is front and center. General Motors has just revealed what it says it will take to keep the company afloat in Canada. Mike Wise starts off our live coverage tonight. He's in our newsroom.
Well, it was decision day for the auto industry to present its restructuring plans to the Ontario and federal governments. We'll deal with Chrysler in a moment. First, General Motors. It released a 50-page restructuring plan today, short on some details, but workers in Oshawa and St. Catharines might be breathing a bit easier tonight.
GM says under its plan there will be no future plant closings in Canada. It's pledging to build 5 new models, including a hybrid, and to continue with R&D with Ontario universities. What is it going to cost? Well, we don't know that yet.
They did not provide a number, and in part that's simply because the circumstances are constantly in flux.
General Motors is looking for up to $30 billion in help from U.S. taxpayers. Today's plan calls for a proportional share of that. That would put Canadian taxpayers on the hook for up to $6 billion in loans, a number neither GM nor the government will confirm. Critics say it's a waste.
The fact is that these loans and investments don't get paid back. They never have. So to suggest that they will magically now get repaid is just ignoring the facts of history.
GM says its long history in Canada is what's causing its problem. It needs to negotiate with the CAW and the government about its pension plan, saying it just can't afford the numbers anymore.
We have more than 3 retirees for every active worker, and that ratio is actually increasing and will move up towards 5 to 1. So we really need to get at those disproportional legacy costs that our competitors do not share.
GM is expecting some tough negotiations. So is the Ontario government, which hopes to have a deal in place by the end of March.
We'll have to conduct more due diligence to make sure that it's all in keeping with what we think is in the better interest of Ontarians.
Now, as for Chrysler, there's some confusion about the status of their restructuring plans for Canada. I've just checked the website, and they haven't released any details yet. However, there's word they may consider their manufacturing operations to be North American-based, and therefore, when they submitted their restructuring plans to the American government a few days ago, that included Canada.
I'm Lucy Lopez.
That was a good dance, but I hope we'd see like something more if you actually won $48 million, Lucy.
Oh, I'd give you a really good dance, Diana.
Me too. Good luck.
Thanks.
1 year later, a major fire that devastated this historic section of Queen Street. How does that part of Queen look today? We'll show you next. And players investigated. The NHL looking into possible connections between some Canadians and an alleged drug dealer.
Winter weather this weekend, but next week it'll feel a lot more like spring. Details coming up in your 7-day forecast after the break.
You can help us get the latest breaking news on the air. If you see news happening anytime, grab your camera, shoot it, send it, and we may air it here on CBC News at 6.
Last night when we saw snow falling, but it's still pretty chilly. Meteorologist Nick Cernkovich is in our CBC News Weather Center with your weekend forecast, and hey, it includes snow.
It does. What a surprise. What a surprise. But I'll tell you right now, there's actually rain in the forecast toward the end of the 7-day as temperatures warm up. So a little bit of, it's the almost spring-like weather. Right now, we're looking at generally clear skies across the GTA, with the exception of places that have seen the extent of that snow squall coming down off of Lake Huron. Now, namely, we're talking about areas like Markham and Newmarket. Up until about 20 minutes ago or so, reporting some snow showers throughout the day, just just looks like it's cleared out at this point. Otherwise, we're looking at clear skies across the GTA, and that means temperatures will drop even more through tonight. Here's a look at the satellite and radar image. A lot of the whites that you see here also, just because of the cold ground, it tends to make these infrared satellite images show up like cloud cover. Now, there is one band of snow, though, that's coming down through the Barrie area, down through about Newmarket, and then out towards, say, Port Perry. That's a thicker band of snow, but that's also going to start to dissipate, and then we'll see some clearing skies. And then we get into this system. Now, this one here is a low-pressure core that's going to slide through southern Ontario come tomorrow, and that's going to be our next weather maker for the next 24 hours. So here's how the forecast plays out. We're looking at about 10 to 15 centimeters of snowfall in these areas here. Winter storm watches are in effect for the areas in yellow. Not under effect for generally the Golden Horseshoe or surrounding areas, but it doesn't mean we won't see the snow. It just means we're not going to reach the criteria for winter storm watches or warnings. And so that's why we're not into that. However, the snow is on the way. So clearing skies tonight. By tomorrow morning, we'll actually see some sunshine. And then as we head through the afternoon, there's the approach of our low pressure system that's moving through. Now, snow will move in, generally speaking, in a line from about the city up towards, say, Collingwood around 2 p.m. So let's say about 1 to 3 p.m. or so. Later, as you head a little bit further toward the east. Generally light snow through the day. It won't be until the overnight period, or sorry, the late evening overnight period after, say, 8 o'clock where it starts to pick up. And that'll give us about that 5 to probably 10 centimeters of snow in the city of Toronto itself and surrounding areas. Temperatures right now, I'm going to back it up a second, right now sitting at -4, -2 downtown Toronto. Outside, we're sitting at about -7 in some places. You factor in the winds, though, it feels a lot colder, sitting at -12 in the city of Toronto. -15 up toward Barrie. But take a look at the forecast for tomorrow. It actually looks like it's going to feel, or it is going to be warmer, I should say, up to about -1 in the city of Toronto. The coldest it's going to get is -3 in surrounding areas. Morning sunshine turning to afternoon snowfall. And again, there's a look at the city of Toronto with that snowfall moving in around 2 p.m. The breakdown for the next 24 hours, -11 overnight tonight, generally clear skies. Cold start to the morning, although sunny, and then -1 tomorrow afternoon with light snow through the day, picking up through the afternoon, and then late Saturday through Sunday. That's when we start to get that 5 to 10 centimeters, possibly more, though, Mississauga, sort of westward out toward Grimsby, with a bit of a lake enhancement. Flurries lasting on through Sunday to -4, and then a slow warm-up through next week. But look at that Thursday, rain and +7. Let's check on your forecast.
Back to our top story tonight, the breaking news on the automotive front, and a tentative sigh of relief in Oshawa right now. General Motors has revealed it wants to keep making vehicles in Canada, and it is now with an update on the weather, and I'm going to focus on the +7 part I saw in your 7-day forecast.
Let's tell you, there's a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel here, but for this weekend, we're back into the snowy stuff, you know. Although, I'll tell you, it beats last year's February, where we had about 70+ centimeters of snow.
Really?
Yeah.
It just seems to me that this one's been the relentless winter. Maybe because it started
I think it
earlier.
was just from the January.
Yeah.
January
just
was
January, and that did me in.
That did you in. You know, our memories of weather, right, are pretty short, but we remember the bad stuff usually, most of the time anyway. Here's the forecast for the next 24 hours. Now, tonight is clear. It's going to be cold, -11, -17 with the wind chill. Tomorrow morning, you'll see a bit of sunshine. So if you're planning on driving anywhere, the morning is the better part of the day to do it. Then after about 2 p.m., snow rolls in. Now, generally light snow through the day, picking up toward the later part of the afternoon and then evening hours. 5 to 10 centimeters of snowfall lasting through until Sunday morning, and then tapering to flurries. Sunday gets a little bit windier, though, so wind chills will be around that -15 range. Then we start our slow climb, and there's your +7. What can I tell you? +7 rainfall, but we'll take the +7. It doesn't last too long, but it is there. And I think, do we have the picture of the day?
We're the picture of the
We're
day.
the picture. Oh, there we go. There's our picture of the day. Well, yes, but here's the sunrise over Humber Bay Park. You can send us your photos by logging onto our website and doing just the same. We'd love to get them up there.
And circle Thursday on the calendar.
That's right.
+7 day.
That's the one.
If you'd like a second look at any of our stories tonight, you can watch CBC News at 6 whenever you want to. Go to our website, cbc.ca/Toronto, click on the link, and you'll see us right there. Make sure to tune in to The National tonight at 10. And don't forget Marketplace as well. Wendy Mesley previewed that story earlier tonight about credit card charges. You want to see that. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Take care.